Hello all, a warm welcome. This is Saranya Venkatesh. Today we are going to see about the International Space Station. So, the International Space Station, it is an artificial man-made station, satellite, that is habitable for humans in space. It is located in the low Earth orbit and there are many astronauts living on board the space station to conduct experiments on various fields. For example, earth science, biology, biotechnology, astronomy, physics, etc. So now let us see some features about this International Space Station. This International Space Station, they consist of astronauts. They generally don't live on the space station for more than 6 months at a time. The first piece of equipment which was launched in ISS in 1998 and the other parts and modules were assembled in the space at different times. The first crew arrived on 2000. So this ISS is majorly developed and built by 5 space agencies, namely NASA from US, Roscosmos from Russia, European Space Agency and JAXA of the Japan and Canadian Space Agency. This ISS is at an altitude between about 200 and 400 km and weighs more than 4 lakh kg. It is 73 meter long and 109 meter wide. So this International Space Station, it orbits the Earth at about 5 miles per second and it makes 15.5 orbits per day. So it roughly takes about 93 minutes to make one revolution around the Earth. According to NASA, till now, more than 240 people from 19 nations have visited the space station and more than 3,000 educational and research investigations have been carried out. So, in this International Space Station, the astronauts also conduct spacewalks. Spacewalks is nothing but stepping out of ISS onto space to conduct various maintenance and the repair works. So till now, there have been over 200 spacewalks that have been carried out. This ISS is at an average altitude of 400 km above the Earth and the speed of ISS is about 28,000 km per hour. So this space station can rival the brilliant planet, that is Venus, in its brightness, and it appears as a bright moving light across the night sky. It can be seen from the Earth without the use of telescope by night sky observers who know when and where to look. So this ISS, as we saw earlier, it consists of many parts and modules. It contains living quarters, laboratories, as well as the exterior trustees that provide structural support and the solar planets that provide the power. The first module of ISS that has launched in 1998 is Russia's Zarya module. The first space station crew were 3% teams. So, the current plan calls for the space station to be operated through at least 2020 and the NASA has requested an extension until 2024. So, why are we learning about this International Space Station now and what are the significances? Recently, after Russia invaded Ukraine, the US imposed sanctions on Russia, including a ban on transfer of technology and on Russian banks. So, the Russian Space Agency have declared that it is going to withdraw from the International Space Station. The Russian Space Agency, Roscosmos, held that the state cooperation will not cooperate with the Germany on joint experiments in the Russian segment of the International Space Station. So, what is the Russia's role in maintaining ISS? Let's look into it. As we saw earlier, this ISS is built with the cooperation of scientists from 5 international space stations from US, Russia, Japan, Canada and European Space Agency. So, these 5 agencies each have a role to play and a share in the upkeep of ISS. So what is Russia's part? Russia's part in the collaboration is the module responsible for making course correction to the orbit of ISS. Further, the Russian segments ensures that the space station's orbit is corrected and keep it away from space debris roughly 11 times a year. It also ferry astronauts to the ISS from the Earth and back. So this is the role of ISS in maintaining, role of Russia in maintaining ISS. So let us now look into what is the reason of Russia to quit ISS. So the first and foremost reason is the relations between the Russia and the West. So the relation have been going from bad to worse. The US has blamed the Russia for carrying out SolarWinds hack and interfering in 2022 election. The next important reason is the recent Russian invasion in Ukraine. At a time when the Western countries are imposing sanctions on Russia, they cannot seem to be cooperating in space, and also the increased US-Russia space rivalry. In 2020, the US accused Russia of carrying out a weapons test after a projectile was said to have fired from the Russian satellite. Russia in turn blamed the US for treating space as a military theater. The US has started using its SpaceX system, which is developed by Elon Musk, for transporting astronauts to the Russia. So we have a Russian vehicle, transport vehicle, SOS passenger vehicle. So this vehicle, before SpaceX, we only rely on this vehicle to transport the astronauts to the space. So this Russian transport vehicle have served as the only way for transporting astronauts ever since the US retired its space shuttle program in 2001. But now the US has started using the SpaceX system for transporting astronauts to the ISS. This also caused the Russian space agency a loss of major source of its income. So Russia also planning to launch its own space station, so which would be launched into the orbit by 2030. The station will orbit the Earth at a higher altitude and enabling it to better observe the polar regions. As Russia plans to develop the Arctic Sea route as the ice melts, this station will be very useful to help Russia tide over challenges associated with aging International Space Station. So, we saw the reasons for Russia's withdrawal, and now we will see what can be the impact of Russia's withdrawal. Due to its enormous weight of ISS and the ensuing drag, the ISS tends to sink from its orbit at a height of about 250 miles above the Earth. So it has to be pushed up to its original line of motion every now and then. Since Russia is withdrawing from its segment of ISS cooperation, the spacecraft could affect correcting the orbit of the ISS. This means that the ISS could fall into the sea or on the land. So this would likely crash down on some country, most probably not on Russia, because the orbit of ISS does not fly over Russian territory. So this dropping of ISS poses a greater risk only to regions that are closer to the equator. In case of this eventuality, people in the ISS will be brought back quickly, the modules will be detached, thereby making it much smaller, which will ensure that it disintegrates before touching the Earth. So now let us see, are there any substitutes in ISS for Russia? Obviously the answer is yes. Right now we have two possibilities. One is, as we saw earlier, the SpaceX Dragon module, and the other is Boeing's Starliner. Until SpaceX Dragon module came into picture, the Russian spacecraft were the only way of reaching the ISS and returning. So these are the two substitutes we have for Russia to compensate in the International Space Station. Now we will see a bit about our Indian space station. So we Indians have planned to have its own space station, and its modalities will be submitted to the government by the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, after the Gaganyaan mission. So this proposed space station is envisaged to weigh about 20 tons and serve as a facility where astronauts can stay in the space station for 15 to 20 days, and it will be placed in the orbit 400 km above the Earth. So these are the things about the International Space Station. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, leave your doubts in the comment section and hit the like button and share this video with your fellow UPSC aspirants and subscribe to Get Into IAS. I'll see you soon in the next video. This is Saranya Venkatesh, and thank you.